What's going on, everybody? This is Joe.
And Amy.
And we are back with another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Last time we started a new chapter, and it was weird.
Yeah.
Very, very odd situation. There's
And seemingly kind of unnecessary. Like, the last chapter was a great chapter to end it on.
Yeah.
And then they just come up with this weird-ass one that I'm just like... I'm still trying to figure out why.
Yeah, so obviously we did investigating first, and so now we are here in court today for trial. So it is February 23rd, 9:34 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2, as we discussed last time. It is the day after my birthday. Again, there's not a year, but February 22nd is my birthday, so... How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there are still a lot of gray areas. Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. I mean, yeah, you already fully confessed, so... I'm ready to accept my fate. We just don't know who she's, like, covering up for or whatever.
Right.
Or taking the fall for, I guess is the better way to put that. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? A defense attorney should never believe their client. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Ms. Skye, you remind me a lot of Mia. I mean, yes, that's kind of the whole point of this chapter, is that the accused is like Mia, and her sister is like Maya, and... But there's one decisive difference between you and her, and that is, you're not a defense attorney. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. Ugh. My first trial without a Fae helping me. In fact, while we're here, let's quickly remind ourselves what we have. We have Goodman's ID, so an investigator's ID card found at the prosecutor's office crime scene. We have the King of Prosecutors trophy given to Edgeworth, King of Prosecutors, at the PD on the day of the murder. And if we were to check it out, as we now know we can do... Did we look at this?
I don't think so.
I don't either. Hey, check it out! There's a metal plate here. Looks like the names of all the previous recipients are engraved on it. Wow! One guy's listed a bunch of times. Von Karma. I guess he must be a foreigner? Yeah, that's probably it. Well, wherever he's from, he must have been an amazing prosecutor. I'd like to meet this Mr. Von Karma someday.
No, you would not.
Or she said sometime, but still. Yeah, no. He's in jail. You could go visit him there. When she says it, his name does have kind of a ring to it. Okay. Is that it? Is it going to let us look at any other aspects of it? No? Okay. Good. There's the knife. Usually in Edgeworth's toolbox, traces of victim's blood, no prints. A record of parking in the prosecutor's office lot for Edgeworth, entering at 5:12 p.m. because his car was the one that was that had the victim's body hanging out of it.
Yeah.
There's the Blue Badger panel, a work of art designed by the Chief of Detectives and created by Detective Gumshoe. The Goodman autopsy report says that the death was due to loss of blood. There was one knife wound, died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. So between 4 and 5:30. Victim's memo found in the car trunk, 6 to 7S, or 6 to 75, 12/2. And then the cell phone, property of Lana Skye, last call made to her sister Emma at 5:18 on the day of the murder. Okay. No one's gonna bail me out this time. I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth, all by myself. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. Sorry, don't know why that was odd to me, but it was. February.
Because that woman is odd. If you can call her a woman.
Yeah,
she's kind of more like a kid.
She's young, yeah. February 23rd, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 9. Court is now in session for the trial of Ms. Lana Skye. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution's been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edgeworth.
So weird. There's no way they would have Edgeworth prosecuting this if the body was found in his fucking car.
Right. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since his trial. I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. I mean, that's blatantly wrong.
No.
It's in the judge's hands. You're just presenting your case to the judge, and then he makes the decision. Anyway.
It's nothing to do with you, dude.
Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please.
Or arguably it does, because, again, the body was found in your fucking car.
Right. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Wow, he's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life.
With her life?
Yeah, like she'll either have life in prison or be sentenced to death.
He's gonna kill her.
I mean, he's
gonna kill her.
There was a witness.
Shoot her in a boat.
Yes, definitely. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls its first witness, Ms. Angel Starr, to the stand. The cough-up queen? Haven't I seen you somewhere? You ordered the caviar lunch, right? Oh, caviar? I've never eaten caviar before. The judge is really wolfing it down.
Yes, this is the appropriate time to eat.
Right? Ah, and for you, I have a fiesta bowl. Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession? Ah, and you, sir? Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? It's too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. Oh, we're back to nobody answering his questions. I missed that. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca.
What?
Ew.
Gross.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Name, profession, now. Me? The name is Angel Starr. Don't go forgetting it.
We won't.
I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Hurry it up. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime. Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional. Huh? What exactly does that mean?
She's a hooker.
Right? Until 2 years ago, Ms. Angel Starr was a special investigator with the police.
Oh.
She was a first-rate homicide detective.
I was really hoping.
I mean, she seems it. What? Miss Starr was a detective? Oh, I know who you are. Cough Up? Cough Up Queen Angel Starr, Your Honor. Long time no see. Very well. You may continue with the description, Miss Starr. Just who is this lady?
So she had the nickname Cough Up before she was a lunch lady?
Because if she was a detective, maybe she got the defendants to cough up information.
Ah.
or evidence or whatever. If I might have the court's attention over here. Yeah, like people weren't already giving you that attention. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutors' spaces, yes? The crime took place by a car in the back of A block, in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness, and an arrest was made on the spot. And who was this valiant witness? Why, it was me, Your Honor. Parking lot floor plans added to the court record. The parking lot with Edgeworth's car. Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime? So I'm curious. I'm pretty sure this isn't anything, but let's check it out. Okay. Yeah, so it just lets us kind of slide back and forth between them, but there's nothing more we can do. So that's just in record, which is good. Okay. Did you see the very moment of the crime? Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright? I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor.
Wow.
Shall I proceed to crush that little hope they have remaining? If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Starr. Wait, are they talking about me? I mean, yeah, dude, they definitely are. Witness's account, witness testimony. Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. Whoa. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then, she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend? How touching! As you can see, there is no room for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman. So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about that. It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. Very well, Mr. Wright.
It's not a flesh wound.
Yeah. You may cross-examine the witness. Okay, thanks. Here's the witness's account.
Ask her why her coat's so ugly.
I don't believe that's going to be one of the questions.
It should be.
Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime. Yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted. Rude. Given that they're used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim, killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that.
She's got the mean eye out.
Yeah. Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors? Why is she allowed to ask questions? What the hell? I felt that I found my dream job when I became an investigator, and if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. It's almost like she has an axe to grind or something, and all of her testimony shouldn't be believed.
Right.
Laid off? She was fired. To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless. Yeah, that's definitely how that works. It's like those people that I'm testifying against, they're all scum and I hate them. And if I could do literally anything to get them thrown in jail, I definitely would. But also, this testimony I'm giving here in court to try to throw one of them in jail, totally legit. Don't worry about it. Very well. You may continue, Miss Starr. May she? I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend.
Do you even have a boyfriend?
Yeah. This boyfriend, he's the detective? Not that boyfriend, the security guard. That boyfriend? You have several? Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend.
Oh god, this is so stupid.
Care to join?
Oh god. Just fucking on with the testimony.
The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants. Do I want to know how one applies to be her boyfriend?
I hope she tells us.
I'll stick with the lunch, thanks. Or lunches, thanks. Note to self, the judge had to think before replying. The security guard room is in the lot, in A block. It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from there. That would be the room with the security sign. Thanks, Phoenix. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car? Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. So, she was in B block when she witnessed the crime. When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. You sensed something? So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder? It felt like... how would you say? Oh, yes. It was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds.
What?
What? How? Like, that you're dreading having to scoop them out with your bare hands?
Like that you can see through the wall of the pumpkin to see the seeds on the inside, like X-ray vision?
I have no idea what that means. Yeah, thank you, Judge. None of us do. Speaking of a detective's intuition, wasn't the victim, Mr. Bruce Goodman, also a detective? Yes, well, he was like a young cheese. A young cheese? A pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn. Then I must be hard-yellowed and sharp as a tack.
Nope.
Wow.
Definitely not.
Gross, Your Honor. Gross. Yeah, with the odor of an old cheese to match. Wow.
I'm sure that's true.
You can't just say shit like that in his own courtroom. In any case, there, in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. We don't have any evidence of the car. We do not. Okay. By garish car, you mean? Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes. Mr. Edgeworth's? Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's. Wasn't it? Indeed, it was. What an odd case this is. Yeah, you're fucking telling us, Judge. And the person you saw, you are sure it was the defendant? I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I am certain it was her. If she's telling the truth, we're doomed. Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick. Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness. Thank you, Phoenix, for getting there like 20 minutes after the rest of us did. I did, like, what the hell? Thanks for that. He's like, guess what I figured out? It's like, oh, the thing that we've all known this whole time. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie.
Wow.
Huh? Rookie? Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me? The hell is that supposed to mean?
I mean, I totally am.
Yeah.
Cause fuck you, lady.
I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside.
Ew.
That That was inspiring.
Oh my god.
I mean, Your Honor, it sounded like a threat, and you're just going to allow that to occur in your courtroom? I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism? I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed. A photograph? You took this? God, the fucking rules of evidence mean nothing to anyone in this game.
Nope.
During the trial, they can just hand forward a photograph, and we as the defense have to be like, oh, what's this? I guess we'll just continue with our case immediately, despite the fact that this has been presented to us. We get no opportunity to authenticate it. We get no opportunity to discuss it with our client. We get no opportunity for fucking any of it because it's just thrown out in front of the judge. And oh, by the way, we have only 2 more days to complete this trial anyway, so we wouldn't even really have that much time to investigate it. The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap, I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera. I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck.
Who hangs lunchboxes around their neck?
No. In other words,
oh, the camera.
A camera, yeah. Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now? You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again.
Wow.
My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs. Well, this is most certainly the defendant. The moment of the crime as photographed by Angel Starr, crime photo added to the court record. Uh-oh, that is unmistakably Lana Skye. Is there any universe where... No. But those stains are only on the one side of the jacket, although I guess they could be on the other side, and we just can't see it because it's like hanging over her shoulder. But we don't have any information as to where the knife strikes were located on his body.
No.
Knife strike, there was only one. Or, and it said
we do know it only took him an hour and a half to bleed out.
Right.
Which seems like not a lot of time to me.
Yeah,
so
well...
He was stabbed in, like, you know, a place that bleeds a lot.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I don't know. So, what was the defendant doing at the time? Okay. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. In her right hand.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So we have that. Thank you. I had forgotten that she said that. So that would be the side of her body that had all those stains on the jacket.
Yeah. And think about the right hand, left hand thing that we figured out with Edgeworth.
Yeah, I agree. Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying. Well, I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all. Yes, that's about right. Prosecutors are, by nature, well versed in the locations of a man's vital organs. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set.
Ew.
You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I mean, a person.
Wow.
Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor? So the defendant was holding a knife. What then? Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no? The defense has a point, because as we know, it is definitely the job of every single civilian to just jump in front of every knife attack that they possibly see.
She was in the other, like, block of the parking lot. She wasn't even over there.
With a chain link fence blocking it. Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late. Too late? Yes, the next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon. Okay, so if I'm looking at this picture, which is not, like, presumably not a picture of the actual crime itself.
Right.
Wouldn't it seem that the inside of her jacket on that side is more exposed to blood spatter?
Yes.
Okay. I see. It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it. You said that before. Anything else? Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawless. Sounds pretty fatal to me. What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty?
Yeah.
Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calmer. Don't smile like that! Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime, yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Is this the first thing we did already?
Yeah,
We're back to the
did this
beginning,
already.
right? Okay. Oh, so we just started over. That last
Yeah.
part was the end of it. Huh.
Seems like she's leaving some shit out.
Yeah, alright. Jesus Christ, thank you. Okay, so hold on. When I sensed something, perhaps it was my family home detective's intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garage car. Chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest, and that's the last thing that Angel says. So, if we go back... through the wire fence, I saw her standing next to a garage car. When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely honed detective skills, or detective's intuition. Normally deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. We don't have... What do we even have to present her with here? It does say the moment of the crime. So, where's the knife? Unless, I guess she would try to say she already tossed it at that point.
Or it's just in him.
Yeah, good point.
Because if they have the weapon, it was probably still in the body.
Right.
Because it's not like they had time to prepare the evidence.
Yeah.
And find it if it was someplace else.
And you witnessed this? You saw Ms. Skye stab the victim with the knife? As I've already said, yes. I swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch. I'm sure that is a fine lunch. But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. God, Phoenix, every time. This is the photograph you took of the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Ms. Skye not holding a knife? Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection. That had to be the weakest... Yeah, that had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Yet it was still stronger than your ever-feeble mind, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. And how can you tell that? Phoenix. Dude. She's got what looks like blood all over her. Blood splatter. Huh? See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat? But it's a black and white photograph. Oh, yes. It's hard to tell, but this could be blood. How is it hard to tell?
I guess because it's black and white, and so it being black as opposed to the color of blood makes it hard for them to tell that it's clearly fucking blood.
I guess. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem? Except you. Mr. Wright, are you gonna just sit there and take that kind of abuse? Ugh. You got a better idea? Objection or no problem? What are we gonna... What? I mean, okay. So here's my theory then of it. Actually, maybe we should check this. No, nothing else. Okay. It confuses me. So, she held the knife in her right hand, but she only plunged the tip of the knife in, right? Because if we look at the knife, just the tip, it's only that much. You'd think that the rest of it would have blood on it if there was actual blood splatter, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Do I object to this? I guess I have to. Right?
Yeah, I think... I don't know. It's hard to know. I guess you object, but I don't know what the hell we're gonna say.
Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it? If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. What? What does that have to do with anything? What does that even mean?
I mean, she's stalling.
If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go.
Wow.
What the fuck? Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Skye was cold, calculating, like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph. Well, are those gloves? Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. Warg!
It was for the lunch.
These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation.
Maybe she didn't want to get barbecue sauce on her hand.
Premeditated murder, a serious offense. Witness, add this to your testimony. The murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves? The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves of the kind used for autopsies. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make.
It's definitely not.
No, it's definitely not. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime. Arg! Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Starr. This is bad. She's got them thinking this was all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over. I've got to think of a way to show that this wasn't premeditated. It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it.
Oh my god, if she says that one more time.
You said that before. Anything else? Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawless. Sounds pretty fatal to me. What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty? Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calmer. Don't smile like that. Okay, so we start over. Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. So, what are we supposed to present to prove no premeditation? Oh! Should it be like some combination of this and this? Like
to say the time that arrival actually happened
versus... Well, because Edgeworth's car wasn't there until 5:12.
Yeah.
But he died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. Which means if he was killed right in front of the car or in front of the trunk or whatever,
right,
then it would have had to have been within that like 15-minute window.
Wow.
Or 17 or 18-minute window. But still, like, that's such a tight window of time. But right. Where do I present that? Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. Okay, hold on. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. So do I present this now since it's talking about the car? Maybe? Nope. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does not. It does? I don't see anything contradictory. Huh, really? Objection overruled. Try to think before making accusations, Mr. Wright. God damn it. Whoops, that didn't go so well. Yeah, we know, dude. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it.
I don't honestly know how to help you here. I don't know what we're supposed to do.
Me neither.
Other than just lose the trial and then find out more information. Because that's happened plenty of times in this game, right? Where we're like, what do we do?
Kind of.
And what we do is just let ourselves lose, and then we're able to leave and go gather more information.
Yeah, but...
Why don't you click on that? Because remember last time when we didn't read it, we didn't find out stuff?
A wound was caused by a 4.5-inch knife. A single stab wound was found. That's all. Cause of death, loss of blood from chest wound. By 4.5-inch knife. Okay, hold on. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car, blah, blah, blah. The murder was planned, the rubber gloves prove it. This one? Yeah, okay. Let's see if it's because it's from, like, it was in Edgeworth's car, right? So how would she have planned to have taken a knife out of Edgeworth's car to stab the guy? That's my theory, at least. Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell boxed lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. What's with this case? The bloody murder weapon, a red car, all belonging to the prosecutor there? Wow, they're really talking a lot. The defendant's the chief prosecutor for the district, right? Mommy, are prosecutors bad people? The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing, the murder weapon? See, I was right. Oh. Wow, look at that face.
Yeah.
This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're gonna plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. Wow.
Okay.
Order! 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 Great, now the tide is turning in our favor. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free.
That's definitely not true.
Correct, it is not true. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie.
Oh, I thought that was a pack of Virginia Slims.
Wow. What? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Bah. The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That's the only thing the prosecution need prove. Nothing else. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now? But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing... I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? powers of deduction are not to be underestimated.
No one gives a fuck.
Really now. Angel's deduction.
Oh, Christ.
Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. There it is.
Uh-huh.
It was only one stab wound. Thank you so much. Super helpful. The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it? So, if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy? In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness. Angels. I'm just going to skip ahead to that last bit.
Yeah.
Plunging in the knife again and again. I'm sure had a grudge against him. Again and again. Okay, here we go. Present with the autopsy report. Yep. You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise. Ew.
What?
Nobody wants that shit. Put it away. I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Ms. Starr. What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound. Aha! You're right! Good show, Mr. Edgeworth.
We're the ones who presented it!
You son of a bitch, Judge. What a hunk! He's my hero, really. What about my objection? No one noticed? Nope, it's the Edgeworth show, I guess. Well, witness? You got the crime scene set, right? Oh, thanks. I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible. So, you're saying you mistook something for blood? When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. What? Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify! Girl, you better test it. Anyway. Her red muffler? Oh, that's a piece of clothing, not like on the car, I suppose.
It's those fur things that you stick your hands in.
Got it. Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was.
I don't know what that means.
Neither do I, but let's go back to the beginning and press her on stuff and see what we come up with. You've said that, but you haven't told us how you know. That's what I'm about to tell you, rookie. I believe what she just said was a mere prelude to the story she's about to tell. Try not to interrupt her again. Rookie. Never interrupt a storyteller. It's like pulling a bun out of the oven, half-baked. Something's half-baked here, all right, and it's you. Try not to confuse the defense, witness. They're not very quick on their feet.
Yeah.
Now, why did you believe the suspect had intentions to murder the victim? Her actions speak for themselves. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. You have no proof that Miss Skye called him there. You have no proof that she didn't. Wow, you got us. Fuck.
This is so weird. I don't understand.
I have no proof that she did a little Irish jig either, but that doesn't mean she did just because you say so. Mr. Edgeworth, thoughts? There is no record of a call made on the defendant, Ms. Lana Skye's phone. She might have written him a letter. Come on. You could have tried public phone first, at least. In any case, the victim came to the prosecutor's office where he was murdered. I'm sure he had a reason to be there. Witness, why do you think it was the suspect who summoned the victim that day? Because he had a grudge or whatever, blah, blah, blah. What kind of grudge? Well, I wouldn't know that. Of course you don't. That's because she didn't have a grudge. Rookie.
Oh my god, what the fucking lunchbox is!
I have a lunchbox here. Now, what's inside? How am I supposed to know?
Lunch.
See, we agree. There is a lunchbox here, but we don't know what's inside. A person's life is like a lunchbox with pretzels. Don't you agree? No.
Oh my god, I'm about to choke a bitch.
I can't possibly...
I cannot with this woman.
I can't...
She's so vague and, like, fucking circling around shit over and over and over again. Yeah. There's no need for any of it except that she's trying to stall.
Yeah. I also can't possibly agree that a person's life is like a lunchbox with pretzels, because that definitely doesn't make any goddamn sense. I get it. That's why my lunch was so salty. What the...
Oh my god.
This judge isn't very good with metaphors. The suspect had a grudge against Detective Goodman. Will you tell us your basis for thinking this? It's simple.
Prosecutors are mean, or whatever.
Yeah. Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. So,
what the
hell
is she talking about?
I don't know. Do we have anything? I don't see a red muffler at all. So is that what we just say? We present her with this?
I guess.
Yep, we sure do. You gave us this picture! Miss Starr, I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you've proved it yourself with this photograph. Huh? But that can't be! Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless.
Whoa.
Holy shit, Edgeworth! Wow.
Way to be a dick, dude.
Congratulations. Perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Wow. Harsh words, but good.
Oh my god.
Yeah, fuck this woman.
Sucks.
She's just... This woman is getting shit on. Just everyone's making fun of her. In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. What the fuck do you mean? What was my objection? Chopped liver? Yes, basically. But it was there. A scarf. No, not that, but something red. Really? Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business. What? Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that. Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least.
Doubt it.
Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony. The most important part? The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. Okay, here we go. Apprehending the suspect. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah, yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Starr, resistance is futile. You are quite determined about this scarf, aren't you? I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra.
Oh my god.
That's me, Angel Starr. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake. Or is a kind of snake, I guess is a better way to read that. Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten. No thanks. Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites.
Wow.
Deadly poisonous snake bites, my only weakness.
I love it. Weak against poisonous snake bites. Yeah, because they're poisonous, yes.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah. Ah! He has that weak, fleshy human body that he, embodies. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. An oil drum? hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr.
Oh, God. Fuck.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will. I would really rather not have to do that growling sound again for her. Even I didn't like that I did that.
Just say rawr.
No. I'm gonna commit, Amy. I am a method actor. I am Angel Starr, the lunch lady.
I'm about to jump out this fucking window.
After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition, off to her side. Okay, so do we show this? No.
Well, because there was no partition off to her side. If she was at the trunk of the car, then there was a partition behind her. But it wasn't to her side.
Maybe. I don't know. That's a little flimsy, but I'll give it a try. Nope. No chance. Alright, fine. Clearly faulty, Your Honor.
But the music's good.
I'm sorry, but I can see nothing faulty. Unfortunately, I'll have to penalize you. Yeah, we know. I must be on the wrong track? Yeah, whatever. Blah, 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 blah. So where is this partition on the floor plans? I'm sure she means this wall next to the car. That's right. There was a wall there, about 6 feet high. She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. And what did you do then? I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Maybe I should press her for more details? I'd like to see this on the floor plans, just to be safe. The Lunchland car was... She was a visitor, thus she was parked in B block. So you witnessed the murder from here? That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes. Is that correct, Miss Starr? Yes, that's right. But there was a chain link fence in front of you. I went over it, of course. Amazing! The cough-up queen lunch lady athlete, indeed. It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence, so she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast. Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high, too. So how did Miss Skye not get away?
Because she wasn't trying to get away.
Yes.
She was trying to take the fall.
Right.
For something she didn't do.
Yeah, I guess. Yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. What the... That's so weird. She mentioned the muffler? What exactly did she say? If I remembered exactly, I would have told you in my testimony.
Oh my god.
Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler. Just that one word? So what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else? Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Her phone? She can't mean... By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately. Ultimately? My memory. It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see. No, the court doesn't see, Miss Starr. The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. On the wall? That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently, it was out of order. And so she used her cell phone? Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing, witness.
Oh my god.
Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? You should, of course, add this to your testimony. The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney. Lana's cell phone updated in the court record. The word muffler was overheard during a call made to Emma at 5:18. I saw it all, how she tried the phone on the wall, but had to use her cell instead. Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court? Good God.
Aha! I was going to ask the same thing.
I'll only say this one time, so listen close, rookies. You just called that, like, old-ass, seasoned-ass judge a rookie also?
He acts like one.
Okay, so she goes over there. The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. Then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket. And during that time,
you climbed over the chain link fence.
Then, when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her doing this? What is it, Mr. Wright? Yeah. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Starr, resistance is futile. I saw it all, how she tried the phone on the wall, but had to use her cell instead. Alright, here we go. Do you know what we're gonna do?
Present the phone?
Yeah, because the call was at 5:18.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's give it a try. Oh, God damn it, really?
Why does the call being at 5:18 matter?
Because again, it's like so close to the time that the car got there.
Oh.
Right? Like...
So maybe it's just that?
I doubt it, but we're running out of options, too. Nope. God damn it! Come on, man. Objection overruled. Now we only have one more shot. I don't think that won me any points from the judge. Alright, if we don't get it right here, that's it. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Starr, resistance is futile. She made to escape? Can you be more specific? She brushed aside my hand and ran. It was a terrible sight to see, like a dollop of lard on a pâté of foie gras.
Oh my god.
Huh? She even kicked over an oil drum at me. An oil drum?
There was an oil drum lying on its side at the scene of the crime.
But it's strange.
What's that?
If she wanted to escape, why didn't she run the other way?
The parking lot entrance.
That's right. It doesn't make any sense that she would run from behind the partition to the oil drums. Excellent. More mysteries. I wish we could solve a few before finding more, though. So, Ms. Skye tried to run? I'm sorry my sister's so suspicious, Mr. Wright.
Not as sorry as I am.
But she didn't do it. You have to believe me. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. Okay. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah, yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. I saw it all, how she tried the phone on the wall, but had to use her cell instead. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Starr, resistance is futile. Okay, so I guess because of that discussion, we just show the parking lot? Nope, we're wrong again. Okay.
There's nothing left. What is it, the mascot? Like,
I have no idea.
The library card or whatever it is.
We lost, that's it.
That's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. The defense has failed to find the court, or give the court, sufficient reason to doubt the prosecution's claim. This court finds the defendant, Ms. Lana Skye, the accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned.
It was just Lana at the stand.
Yeah. Well, because she was being, found guilty.
Yeah.
So. Hey, guess what? I ain't going back through all of that in this episode.
No.
That is the length of a regular episode before these things got much
Crazy.
longer. So I guess we will fail and have to come back next week. But
yeah.
Holy crap. That is insane. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know what we're supposed to do, but
maybe I'll look it up in between just to like have a general idea. Maybe I won't. We'll have to see what like how confident I feel before the next time. But yeah, that is going to be the end of this particular episode. As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. If you've played this game before, had you played this final chapter, like this secret final chapter after the fact, and if whether you have or haven't, what do you think of it? Because I'm not a fan so far.
No, same.
But we will see. It just sucks because the game ended so well, and then now we're doing this, and this one kind of is bad.
Yeah.
So anyway, regardless, we'll be back next week to finish this game off. So please don't forget, I forgot to mention it at the beginning of the episode, but hey, hi, welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining us so much. Please don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell. You'll get notifications whenever any of our videos come out, including the continuation of this series next week, where we will try not to lose again and get her declared guilty. We'll see.
But who knows?
Exactly. But tune in either way, you will find out. And you can check out our other channels as well. Links down in the description box below. But for now, from us here at the Geek for All family of channels, I have been Joe.
And I'm Amy.
And as we always say, in whichever video of ours you watch next, we will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody.